Hello, Georgie Burns here. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card. This is actually take two. I did start the card and then realised that the battery was dead. So the embossing I've already done. I did stamp this, but I can stamp that again, so that's no problem. So to make this card you will need a card base of old olive at 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored at 4 1/8, burnished and folded in half, or folded in half and then burnished. A piece of white cardstock at 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 for the inside. A piece of gold foil card at 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and a piece of white card at 5 3/8 by 3 7/8. And as you can see, this has got lovely snowflakes all over it. I used an embossing folder for that. You can't see inside that. I don't know what make it is, there is no make on it. I got this, oh, I've had it years. So that's the one I used. The stamp set I used is called Art Impression. I got this off Amazon last year, I think it was. And it also comes with dies for the wreath and the bow, which I've already used. And they're the stamps. A Merry Christmas, you can't see that either. The wreath, a holly and a bow. And we're going to use them all. So, you also need a scrap of white to do all your stamping. So, with the wreath, ink up in black Memento ink. And stamp it down. Remember, it's a photopolymer. If you haven't got padding underneath you, please use your stamping mat. That's that one. And we ink up and stamp. I used 2 holly leaves on this, so I'll ink up 2. And then the bow. And that's it. Oh no. Merry Christmas. Right, I have already cut out a tag for the Merry Christmas, and this is out of the Lily Pad Lake die set. So, and I'll stamp Merry Christmas on there, and I hope I've got it right. Yes, because I don't have a spare one of them. Right, colouring this in, I used 3 pens, the light and the dark old olive and the red. And all I did, I'm not going to colour it all in, I just, and the holly leaves, I just coloured the middle one in light. Oh no, there's 4 on here. I'll just colour them in like that. Colour the other ones in the dark. And then the berries, I just coloured them in and left a little white dot. Not necessarily in the middle all the time. They are. And that is the holly done. And then with this, with the wreath, I just went along and coloured in some holly, never colouring in two together in the same colour. Again with the dark. And I just went all the way round, colouring this in. I like the big leaf, that one. And then again with the cherries. Or cherries, berries. And that's how I coloured them in. I also coloured the bow in cherry cobbler. And then I cut them all out with these dies. Now these dies you have to place them on and then just keep twirling them around until they fit. And they do fit. I think I've got it there. Nope. There we are. Is that it? No. It does fit on there because I did cut it out. Aha. Right, that must be there. There we are. And I cut the bow out. And this is what I got. The wreath and the bow. For the berries and the holly on its own, I had to cut out by hand, which I've done here. So don't need to do them again, and you don't need to sit and watch me colour in. And I bet you're all sighing with relief. So, like I said, I did run this through the embossing folder already. So I'm going to stick that on the foil card. Sticking extra glue on it with it being embossed. And set that on. And stick that on my card base. At the inside I am going to put my Christmas messaging. Like I've done a few cards in this, and I've just knocked some off the table. My lid for my glue. So bring it right down so I can see it, and stamp the message. There we are. And I'll glue this and pop it inside, and I've got glue on my hands, my fingers. Right. Now then, I just wanted to pop that there with the bow on top, and the sentiment I have cut, obviously a white one which I've just stamped, and I've cut a gold one. So to stick that on, what I did was cut these ends off, and then just cut it right up the middle. Sorry about that. And stuck some glue on the edges. And then just stuck that on with it peeking through. Same at the bottom. Just enough for it to peek through, and then we put on some dimensionals, if I can find some here. Only need 3. We'll stick this on first, shall we? Since we've got it in our hands. And we stuck that just down there. There we are. And then with the holly, we just stuck a piece in that corner, and a piece in this corner. And this, as you can see, I put on dimensionals, so we'll peel all the backings off of that. She says, having trouble. I know there's a load on here. And we stick this just there. And then the bow, which has also got dimensionals on it, we'll stick right in the middle there. And then with some Winker Stella, I just coloured in the bow, make it sparkle. And I also did the berries on the holly. Just to give it a little bit of Christmas look. There we are. There's my holiday wreath made. Hope you like that card. If you do, give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my cards, please subscribe and press the notification button next to it. And you'll be notified of any more cards I upload, which is usually a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. All I can say is thank you for visiting. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.